think you know about freight factoring, but do you really? There's a lot more that meets the eye when it comes to factoring in trucking. I'm Caroline, your trucking business professor here at the Bobtail Help Desk, and my goal is to help your trucking business thrive. If that sounds good to you, subscribe to our channel. Okay, today we're going to talk about freight factoring, and I have a lot to say, so we're probably going to cover this in multiple videos. If you've watched our videos before, you've heard that Bobtail offers a hassle-free factoring service for truckers with no long-term contracts and no hidden fees. But what does that really mean? Let's talk about it. Freight factoring is a common practice in the trucking industry, and it helps trucking businesses manage their cash flow. In this video, we'll take a look at what factoring is, why it's so common, and how it works. I'll also share some of the benefits and how to determine whether or not it's right for your business. Here's the bottom line. If you're struggling with sluggish cash flow in the trucking industry, then you probably need a factoring service. If you'd rather skip this video and just get all of your questions answered on the phone, feel free to give us a call or visit our website, bobtail.com. We'll put you in touch with a representative that can answer all of your questions and give you all the information you need. All right, let's get into it. What is freight factoring? Freight factoring is a financial service where a trucking company will sell its unpaid invoices to a factoring company at a discounted rate. In return, the factoring company provides immediate cash to the trucking business so that they can go ahead and cover their expenses like fuel, driver pay, and insurance. Factoring is not a loan or debt. Essentially, what factoring companies do is they buy your invoices from you. They pay you a little bit less than the value of the invoice, and you get your cash fast. Later, the factoring company collects on that invoice for the full amount from your customer. So why is factoring so common in trucking? The trucking industry typically operates on 30, 60, or sometimes even 90-day payment terms. This means that brokers can pay invoices for up to 3 months after the work is already completed. Unless you have a ton of operating capital, which is pretty rare if you're an owner-operator or the manager of a small fleet, then you're going to run into some serious cash flow problems. Factoring solves those problems. Okay, how exactly does factoring work though? Let's say you deliver a load for ABC Freight Brokerage on July 1st for $1,200. ABC Freight Brokerage operates on net 30 payment terms, meaning they don't have to pay you until July 31st. But you have bills to pay in the meantime: insurance, fuel, driver pay. So you decide to factor the invoice and get paid faster. And of course, you factor with Bobtail because you don't want to sign a long-term contract or pay hidden fees. You submit all the details and documentation related to the load using our super easy to use mobile app by 10 a.m. that day. Bobtail processes all the information, and by the end of the day, you have a payment in your bank account for $1,161.12. By July 31st, Bobtail has invoiced ABC Freight Brokerage for the full $1,200. You got your money the same day, Bobtail made $38.88, and the freight brokerage got to take their time to pay. Everybody wins. First and foremost, factoring is a cash flow solution. But fast cash is actually only one of the benefits of factoring. A quick note that depending on the factoring company you sign up with, you may or may not have some or all of these benefits. If you sign up with Bobtail, you'll have all of them. Outsourced billing and collections. Factoring companies handle the billing and collections process on your behalf. This frees up your time and resources, allowing you to focus on core operations such as booking loads and expanding your business. Business expense deduction. The cost of factoring can be treated as a business expense, providing potential tax benefits to your trucking company. Credit checks on new customers. Factoring companies often offer credit checking services, allowing you to assess the creditworthiness of potential customers before you engage in business with them. This minimizes the risk of non-payment and helps you make informed decisions. Streamlined revenue tracking. Factoring services often provide convenient online platforms or software that allow you to track your revenue and manage your invoices in one centralized place. This simplifies financial management and improves efficiency. Enhanced credibility. Being verified by a reputable factoring company can enhance your credibility in the eyes of brokers and shippers. It demonstrates that you've verified your identity as a business owner and potentially opens up more business opportunities. All right, let's answer the big questions. Do I need to factor my invoices? Here's a quick test. If any of these scenarios apply to you, you probably want to get a factoring service. You're waiting weeks or months to get paid for loads, making it tough to keep up with expenses. You'd like to invest in your business by getting new equipment or hiring a driver, but you're maxing out your credit to cover day-to-day operations. You spend too much time on the phone with brokers trying to collect payment when you could be booking more loads. You don't have any way of vetting new customers and end up in situations where customers refuse to pay. You're stressed about keeping money flowing into your trucking business. Okay, you know what factoring is, you know how it works, and you know you probably need to sign up for a factoring service. So how do you do that? At Bobtail, we make it easier than most to apply for our factoring service. First, sign up on the website or call the main line to get in touch with a Bobtail representative. They'll verify your business information and send you a digital agreement. Factoring agreements typically ask for a few pieces of crucial information. This includes your fleet profile, like the number of trucks, trailers, and drivers you have, your DOT number, your MC number, copies of driver's licenses for you and company drivers, proof of freedom from pre-existing liens, and other corporate documents like proof of insurance and articles of incorporation. Once the agreement is signed, we'll verify your identity and create your account. Congratulations, you have a factoring service. Now you can send a notice of assignment or NOA to your customers, letting them know that they should pay your factoring company instead of you directly. But let's go back to a very important part of what I just explained, the factoring agreement. What's in that paper that you just signed? Of course, that depends entirely on the factoring company you choose. There are a lot of aspects to a factoring contract that you need to look into very carefully. The contract term, additional fees, the factoring rate, and how that might change depending on different things like volumes and minimums. We'll cover all the details of these terms and conditions of factoring agreements in a future video. Long story short, ideally, you want to sign up with a factoring company that's going to charge you fairly and transparently for their service. If you're ready to learn more about Bobtail's factoring service, head over to bobtail.com or call the number on the screen or in the description. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and check out the other videos we've done to help you run your trucking business successfully. Also, join our Facebook group, the Bobtail Help Desk, to get all your industry questions answered. And I'll see you in the next video.